So again, Tucson Values Teachers, we are a nonprofit in our 16th year. In 2008, we were established through the Southern Arizona Leadership Council here in Tucson. And the idea was to bring business leaders and education leaders together to elevate the teaching field. So we have lots of programs for teachers that we're going to talk about today so that you guys are maximizing all the benefits that we have for you. But more than that, really, my vision is to really do some things so that people can see what you do on a daily basis. I think that there's this misrepresentation or misunderstanding that they don't really see what you do. And so my job is to make sure that they see what you do so that they on their own can make up their minds that you're amazing and that you're doing really tough work without me having to try to convince them or without you having to try to convince them. So we service pre-K teachers through 12th grade teachers, and we service 3 counties. So Pima County, Santa Cruz County, and Cochise counties. So teachers in any of those counties, pre-K to 12, public school, charter school, private school, then they can participate in our programs. And really the purpose of that is because we know that teachers are the #1 indicator or correlation to student success. And so we want to support all teachers in Southern Arizona. So I'm going to go through some programs with you to talk about what you can do to take advantage of our programs. The program that we currently have right now is called the Tucson Values Teachers. Just give me a show of hands if you've already applied for this. Okay, good. That's awesome. So you're already kind of ahead of the game. So this allows for us to ask for monetary donations from businesses and individuals, and then we turn those monetary donations into gift cards so that you can use them for classroom supplies. And I think that that's really important. I know as a teacher, I really appreciate anything that everybody else does, and those supply drives help a little bit, but when you divide it up between districts and then you divide it by schools and divide it by teachers, you may not get what you need and you may not get a whole lot. And, so this way, getting that extra $100 really allows you to use what you need in your classroom. You know your students, you know what you need. We are taking applications now. I'm glad to hear that you guys have all submitted your application, and it does close on August 31st. So if you have friends that haven't done that, they still have time, they can go. It takes less than 5 minutes. Did it take you guys even 5 minutes to fill it out? Very easy and very quick. And again, pre-K through 12th grade teachers in those 3 counties. Something different this year is that we opened up the options. And so we still have Jonathan's as one of the options for you to use, but we also have a couple others. Treasures for Teachers is a place that you can use your money for membership and some grab bags, some monthly grab bags. I could see that being something that maybe a new teacher who doesn't have a lot of things gets more of a value from that. And then ODP Solutions used to be online Office Depot, and they've branched off to be their own, but they have a lot of the similar things. So I know I was a high school person and there were things that I could get in Jonathan's, but to get $100 worth, not necessarily. And this would have been more value for me as a math teacher or as a dance teacher, because I could get the things that I needed with files or big Post-it cards or just the different things that you need at the secondary level. I even tested him to make sure you could get anything. I said, okay, if I'm a science teacher and I need 1,000 Skittles for a lab, can I get those? And he said, yep, pulled it right up, showed me the Skittles, and I'm like, okay, cool. So this kind of takes care of that wider range of things. Or if you're not in Tucson and you don't want to make the drive down to come to Jonathan's or Treasures for Teachers, then that's another solution, is being able to use that.
They brought up the Jonathan's is closing.
Yes, it is closing, and I apologize. I don't have my screen up for my I can't think. My chats. Thank you. Yes, Jonathan's is closing. The deadline is the 31st, and then the Tuesday that we got back from Labor Day, the 3rd, is when we'll be doing the drawing and sending out the gift cards, so that anybody who picked Jonathan's, you still have 3 weeks to be able to use the gift cards. Okay. The next program that I'm going to talk about is the scholarships. And so you can you can apply for a scholarship for up to $250 for professional development. This is really nice. I know as a principal, I would have people come to me and say, hey, I really want to go to this conference. And I might have money for them, but I was nervous because I only had a limited amount. And if I gave it to them, then I had 90 other teachers. And so funds were limited. This kind of helps. So when you want to go to those conferences outside of your school district or workshops, then you can apply for that. I've seen some come through for the AMEA conference, some for the Peak State Conference. So just a wide variety of different conferences, and that goes towards tuition. So if you're interested in that, it is year round. There is no deadline. So you can apply for that throughout the year. And again, it is for pre-K through 12th grade teachers in Southern Arizona. We also have mini grants, and these are up to $500 awards for specific special classroom projects. I will tell you it is around. Unfortunately, right now, it is only pre-K teachers, and that's because of the funding that we received. But I am working very diligently to increase our funding so that we can open those mini grants up to pre-K to 12th grade, because I think it's just as important for you all to have them if you're not an early childhood teacher. So more to come in that, hopefully. The other program we have is called Teachers in Industry. And I don't think a lot of people know about this program. This program partners with the University of Arizona. And what we do is we place teachers in an 8-week paid summer internship. I'll also add that paycheck, the hourly is at those normal wages that you get in industry. So she'll say $25 to $30 an hour, but really tries to push for 30 an hour. We understand that as teachers, you can teach summer school, and we don't want to have to compete with that because there's a lot of benefit in getting to do this. And so you get paid for 8 weeks. The way that it works is you go to the business and work Monday through Thursday. And then on Fridays, you take a 1-credit course at the U of A. And basically that 1-credit course is there so that you can take what you did in the work field and apply it to your classroom. It gives you time to plan, brainstorm, and figure out, okay, I'm doing this in this job. How can I apply that into my classroom to create projects or attach to my math lessons or whatever else? And so we do have funding to cover the tuition for that, both through the U of A and through TVT. So it shouldn't be a cost issue to be able to do the program. And we're working diligently to get more businesses. I can tell you that this past summer, we had 13 teachers from across Southern Arizona. And we had about 5 different businesses: TEP, Raytheon, South 32, Roche, Tissues Diagnostic, and I feel like there was one more, I'm not remembering, Southwest Gas. So I know that they spoke very highly of having those teachers come in, and so I'm excited to see them come back again next year, but I'm also going to work really diligently to get more of those partners so that more teachers can take advantage of that. I don't think we have an issue with teachers being interested. It's just making sure we have the businesses. The next program that we have is our teacher discount card. And this again is to pre-K teachers in Southern Arizona. And right now we have about 60 partners and we are continuously growing. I can tell you that I have joined several of the chambers and different networking groups. And this is the one thing that I'm pushing the most, because my goal is that you're able to use this teacher discount card to where you don't have to go back and look at the website to see who gives you a discount. My hope is that we can have the entire community giving you those discounts, similar to a senior discount or a military discount. I would love to see our Southern Arizona teachers, businesses do the same thing. And so it is year round. We do ask you to apply for it each year, each January. That kind of helps us see how many people are using the card. And I can tell you right now, we're old school. When you go and you put your information in, it's very similar to what you just did for the Tucson Supplies teacher application. You're basically just putting in your info. And then once you hit submit, you'll get a PDF that has the card, and then you can cut it out, laminate it at school, or use the old masking tape to laminate it. So definitely old school, but happy to say that we are working on hopefully having an app soon so that you will have that teacher discount card on the app and the index of participants. So right now you get the card individually, and then you got to go to the website to see who gives us a discount. My hope is that the app is that one-stop shop for you, and you're able to see those participants and have the discount card and show it just on your phone and not have to have a physical card. So. We also like to celebrate our teachers. So the next programs that I'm going to talk about are about the celebrations. And so the first thing that we do is we have a Teacher Excellence Award, and we recognize teachers across the 3 counties. And we do 1 teacher each month. So our first teacher is going to be recognized in September. And then in May, during Teacher Appreciation Week, we actually recognize 5 teachers, 1 each day. May is a little bit different because we do ask for student video nominations. I can tell you last year, I did reach out to principals. I asked them to put it in the student announcements, put it in the newsletters, because if they're littles, sometimes they need help with their parents or other teachers to help do their videos. And I was really pleased that we ended up with almost 50 student video nominations last year. We recognized those 5 teachers, but we also recognized the other 43 teachers on social media. I think it's really, really important that you know if a student nominated you, that you know that they did. Because I know for me, that means more than winning, you know what I mean? So we'll make sure that we continue to do that. Nominations are open to everyone, and they're due by mid-month, by the mid of the month, so that they can be considered for that month. And oops, I went too far. The other thing that's kind of cool about this is there's no requirements to get the award. It's strictly based on the nominations and what people write. So anyone can nominate. You as a colleague can nominate. Maybe you see your neighbor that's working really hard and you want to recognize them, you can nominate them. An administrator can nominate the teacher, a parent, a student. It's really open, and there's no requirements. So first-year teachers can get nominated, 20-year teachers can get nominated. There's no requirements. So I really like that. What we do is we come into the classroom, surprise the teacher. Here's some examples. This is back in May, and we went to Buena High School to recognize Sarah Smith. And you can see we brought her some flowers, a nice letter congratulating her. We also give $250 cash. Excuse me a second. Sorry about that. And a $100 gift card for classroom supplies, and then just some TBT goodies. More than anything, it's just the opportunity to come in, surprise you in front of your kids, and let you know that we see you and we appreciate you. So definitely highly encourage you to nominate your friends for this. We also have the Raytheon Leaders in Education Award. Because this one is tied to Raytheon, it is currently only Pima County teachers. When I came in, I wasn't really in a position to ask why, but I am now. So I know that next year when we have conversations, I'm going to see if we can change that and open it up to all Southern Arizona teachers. We'll recognize them and support them in all other areas. So I'm going to see if there's a specific reason, but currently for this year, it is only Pima County teachers. It used to be that you would self-nominate yourself. As you can imagine, we didn't have a ton of applications that came in. And I understand that as an educator, we don't like to nominate ourselves. We are servant leaders. We are here to serve our kids, and we don't think about, oh, me, I want to get accolades. And so what we did this year is we opened up a nomination process and opened it up to anyone from the months of April to May. Happy to say that by doing that, we had over 300 nominations that came in. We made sure we recognized all of those teachers and let them know that they received the nomination, and then encourage them to apply. Now, this award is different. There are very specific criteria. For example, you do have to be teaching at least 4 years. You do have to be in the classroom at least 50% of your time with students teaching lessons. And so there is criteria that is important for you to be able to continue on. But once those applications are in on September 5th, then we have committees reviewing them and go on to interviews for finalists. And then what we do is we recognize them at the Stand Up for Teachers event. And that is our yearly fundraising event and opportunity to celebrate educators. This year will be on November 7th. It will be at the Leo Rich Theater. And we will be recognizing a business leader as well as 12 Raytheon Leaders in Education Award finalists. What's pretty cool about that is of the 12, there will be 8 finalists who get $500 each, but we actually have 4 winners, 1 for preschool, 1 for elementary, 1 for middle school, and 1 for high school. It's really hard to try to compare a high school teacher with a preschool teacher, right? You guys all do different things. And those winners get $2,500 cash award to them, plus their school gets another $2,500. So it's a really special recognition. And I will say that you can self-nominate if that's something that you want to do. So in April is when that will open up again for the following year. And those are all the programs that we have currently. I can tell you that our website is TucsonValuesTeachers.org. All of our links to any of the applications or any of the programs will be at our website as well. If you have not signed up for our newsletter, I highly encourage you to do that. You can go to the website at the very bottom, you sign up for the newsletter, and that way you're in the know every single month. So we put it out the last day of each month. So it'll be going out this Friday for September. I can tell you already September's newsletter is pretty full with a lot of opportunities and a lot of things. So if you're not on that list, make sure that you get there. Also, there's my contact information. I will be sending you the email with the link to this Zoom recording. So you'll also have my email through that as well. And then that is my cell number. So if you need to reach me, if you have any questions, I'm always here to help and answer any of those things for you. You can also follow us. We are on just about everything: Facebook, Insta, Threads, X. I noticed we have the Twitter. Look, it didn't even have the X. Gotta fix that. And we will be putting videos like this one on YouTube as well. So great places to stay in the know as well. So with that, I will stop sharing here and then open it up if there's any questions that you have. All good? Okay. Was this helpful? Yeah, did you learn something new? Okay.
I didn't know about all the different things
Oh, I
that you
can't hear
do.
you. Hold on a
Oh,
second.
I thought I had it up.
Okay, there you go. Try again.
I didn't know about all the different things that you guys sponsored through the years. I only knew about the $100 gift card at the beginning of the year. So it's nice to know about all the rest of it.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, what will help me is if you at your next faculty meeting, just throw in a little plug that says, hey, not sure if you know, but Tucson Values Teachers has a lot of different things for teachers. So if you, I encourage you to go to the website and look at the video. It's less than 30 minutes because we started a little bit late. And then you know, they can get all that information. Because what I found when I got hired is I had teachers ask me, so what's Tucson Values Teachers? And I'm like, oh my God, we can't have that. Like, I need every single teacher to know that these things are there for you. So thank you for sharing that. Anything else? Well, thank you so much for spending the afternoon with me. I hope it was short and sweet, but informative. Again, I will send you the video so that you have it to reference it, and we will post it on YouTube. So thank you again. Have a great afternoon.